Good morning everyone, welcome back to another video. So both windows are done. They've been deglazed, reglazed, painted, sanded, not in that order, and all the beading is done. So today I'm going to do the frame. There's a bit of an issue though because the paint is still tacky and it's not ideal, especially for handling them. I was hoping the paint would be dry this morning, so I would do another coat. So I'm going to focus on the frame, and Yanis and Simon are in the other bedroom, which you probably haven't seen yet, and they are prepping the ceiling, and possibly tomorrow we're going to start plastering. We did actually go out this morning, went to Brico, also went to another builder's merchant, and they didn't have any plaster in stock, so it's not ideal. So let's go and see Simon and Yanis, see what they're up to.
It's good. Very good, yeah.
Can I come in?
Yeah.
Looking good, Yanis.
All good.
Looking very good. Simon,
Yeah.
do you want to explain what you're doing this morning, mate?
Right, so what we're doing this morning, we're scraping all the worst off the ceiling, all the flaky bits.
Yep.
And then what we're going to do is going to wash the ceiling.
I've got bicarbonate soda, 2 new buckets. You've made me buy some mops.
Yeah.
Like sponge, not sponge mops, some sort of mops.
Yeah, they're kind of like mops with some pads on the bottom.
Yeah,
of them.
but I'm sure they'll work.
I think
really
they're
well.
floor mops, you know, for doing like tiled floors and all that. They're down there, I'll show you one.
Floor mops. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
But these, to me, make more sense. So we can wash the ceiling with them, because we could actually reach the ceiling from down here.
We could extend that. We could extend the handles.
Yeah,
We could take-
up and down.
We could take a pole to them to make them longer. But
I mean, I don't know how well they're made, but we're soon going to find out.
not very well, I imagine. They're going to snap, aren't they?
Yeah, probably. We'll be putting a screw through there with
Yeah.
a piece of wood on it.
So we did go out this morning and we couldn't find any plaster
No.
because we were going to start with the walls, but
That's
it
right.
probably makes more sense to start with the ceiling anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's all got to be done, hasn't it, anyway? So
Yeah.
ideally, you'd start with the ceiling first anyway,
Mm-hmm.
so that, you know, if anything does drip down, it doesn't go on the walls you've just
Yeah.
done. So it makes more sense to start
Yeah.
the top work.
So the ceiling is painted in a distemper and you can't paint over that. It peels, it bubbles, it flakes, and it's just no good. So it has to come off,
Yeah,
and then any cracks can be filled with plaster,
yeah.
and then the ceiling's not too bad.
No, I mean there's some you know, superficial cracks up there, but you know, when a building this age, you've got to expect something, haven't you? So
Absolutely. If it wasn't cracked, I'd be concerned.
yeah, exactly.
No, I wouldn't be. This room's quite interesting, everyone, because it used to have an alcove. So you can see the door here. There was exactly the same here. And you can see with the plaster on the ceiling where the alcove was. And for some reason, it's been removed. So unfortunately, I intend to put it back.
Yeah,
It's going to look fantastic, but it's just a lot of work.
yeah. I mean the alcove was here, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
this-
yeah. So the wall would come out there, and then the bed would have gone in the alcove. And I have to put the alcove back because the plumbing,
Right.
because directly below the floor, where the other alcove is, the soil pipe, hot and cold water also run up. And it's a fantastic way of hiding it.
Yeah, sure.
So I've got to do that, and yeah, it'll be fantastic because obviously that ensuite in that room needs doing as well.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like a bit like a Jack and Jill.
Yeah, and I take
Bathroom.
it this door then move forward.
That door has to move forward. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Not a problem. You can actually see the witness mark on the ceiling there. I don't know
Yeah.
if the camera picks it up where
Yeah.
it's been filled in.
Yeah.
Or plastered over where that, like you say, originally was.
Yeah.
All here, so.
Yeah, so while I'm doing the windows in that room, obviously you're doing this room, so you're not making a mess.
And we're not in each other's way.
We're not in each other's way, yeah. So I'll try and get the frame, well, I'll get the frame done today.
Okay.
I'll hang the windows,
Yeah.
and then I'll start on the other one, and then once that's done,
Yeah.
that can then be plastered.
Okay.
Because that room will be done quite quickly,
Yeah, sure.
and this one as well.
It'd be nice if today, you know, we can get all this washed off
Yep,
after we finish scraping it, and then get all the cracks repaired, or not repaired, but all filled, so
Yeah.
that overnight they can dry.
yep,
And then we can sand them all out, can't we?
yep.
And then, you know, obviously then we can get the ceiling ready for painting, then we can concentrate on the walls.
Yep, absolutely.
So,
All right then, I'll let you crack on.
Okay.
I'll crack on as well.
Okay.
Good luck, Yanis. Let's crack on. So I've got a bit of an issue. There's nothing stopping me from falling out of that window while I'm working on it. And my old cherry picker I sold. So now I'm a bit stuck. But I realised I bought a Manitou or a telehandler that has a cage that I can put there nice and close and tight, which in any case, possibly I slipped, I wouldn't fall 15 or 18 meters down, however high it is, and kill myself. And we don't want that because there'd be no videos. I'm sure some of you would love that, but not going to happen today. So what we're going to do is go and get the telehandler, put it there, and then do the frame, because I need to sand it and paint it. Let's do it. That window is done. Well, it's not actually done, but it's raining today and I've put the windows back in the frame, even though the paint's still wet on the frame. I've left them open just so rain doesn't drive into the room and wreck the floor. So those windows and frame need one more coat and that's done. But what I'm going to start tomorrow morning is the second window. And then once that window's done, it basically means just plaster the walls, caulking and painting. And that's a really quick process for this room. And it will be done probably mid next week. And that means the other room, then I can do both windows in there and then the same again. just painting and caulking and things like that. Trying to get a really nice crisp finish, because that's the most important thing in a room like this. If it's cut in badly and there's joints or cracks and things like that, it still looks nice, but it won't look as nice or like it's been renovated properly. So it's quite late now, but what I'm going to do is just catch up with Simon and Yanis, try and understand what they're doing, because they're having a few issues with the ceiling, I believe. So yeah, let's go and find them and see what they're up to. You're experiencing some issues with the ceiling in this bedroom.
Well, what we originally thought was that it was all lime washed.
Distemper.
Distemper, yeah.
Yeah.
And when we got a bucket of water I should say,
Yeah.
and tried to wipe it all down, it wasn't coming off.
Yeah.
So then we've analysed that it's been painted at some point.
Yeah.
So it's the paint that's on there is really quite flaky.
Yeah.
So we took the best we can off. Mm-hmm. And then what I've done now, just been over the ceiling, just with a fine coat plaster, just to fill, you know, where you can see the edges of all where the plaster's still on the ceiling.
Or the paint.
To the ceiling.
Paint, yeah.
Sorry, where the paint's still on there.
Yeah.
Filled all the cracks in as well.
Mm-hmm.
That will be dry by tomorrow.
It does look a lot better.
Yeah, we can give it a light sanding tomorrow's ceiling. We can put a coat of paint on, and then any sort of discrepancies in the ceiling will show up a lot more, rather than trying to see them as all patchy like this.
When people paint over distemper, the best thing you can do is literally just try and do your best.
Exactly.
There's nothing else you can do. You can't scrape off the paint; it won't come off.
Yeah.
Even if you add moisture, it still probably won't come off, because the paint itself has probably some sort of like moisture barrier or something like that.
It has, because when we was putting the water on the ceiling to wash it, it wasn't soaking into the ceiling at all. So there's some barrier been put up on the ceiling at previous time.
So your method and just a bit of, well, hard work, isn't it? Elbow grease.
Yeah.
We'll get it done, mate.
And I've just got Yanis at the moment. He's just going around the moulding around there because it's quite dirty.
Yeah.
And then what I'll do in a minute is then get up and fill all the cracks around the moulding so that they can set for tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow we can, like I say, we can sand all what we can see down. We'll give it a coat of paint.
Yeah.
And any, you know, cracks that are still showing, or sunken, I should say. You know, we can go over them a lot easier. They'll stand out
because the plaster does shrink as it dries, doesn't it?
That's right. Yeah. Just slightly. Yeah.
All right then, mate. It's almost 4 o'clock, by the way. You probably didn't realise, did you?
Is it really? I didn't. No. Well, we want to get these cracks filled in anyway. I don't. Even if we stay another half hour, it's fine. Because then that way they're all going to be dry by tomorrow, hopefully.
And you're going to paint it tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's going to look fantastic, just with paint on it. And then you can go around and analyse it, like you said, and just repair anything that needs repairing.
And bearing in mind that when we put a coat of paint on it as well, it will stop it. It will seal it as well.
Yeah.
You know, so it's going to do it more good than harm to put a coat of paint on, not only so that we can see visually, but obviously, you know, it will seal it again as well.
Yeah. All right, fantastic. In the meantime, I need to try and source some plaster.
Yes.
To do these walls. So we can probably call the place we went today, see if they've got it in stock, because they did say maybe tomorrow.
Yeah.
If not, I'll have to go elsewhere.
Okay.
All right, then I'll let you crack on. Okay. Thanks a lot, mate, for your help. Merci, Yanis.
No problem.
Looking much better, mate.
Okay, thanks, Billy.